Hello there and welcome. In this video you're going to learn how to tune your ukulele. It's really important that we are in good tuning before we get started because it's almost like a relay race, right? Each string needs to be in the right place before the whole race takes off, because if not, then when we try to make our chords up here, it's not going to sound very good. So first we need to know the names of the strings. Now sometimes people number them, but they have different ways of numbering them, so I just call them by their letter names. This one right here that's closest to me is G. Next one is C. Next one is E. And the one closest to the floor is A. Now there are a couple ways to remember this. You can come up with your own mnemonic device. When I started teaching kids classes, we decided on good cows eat apples. We also, when I started to teach adults, we thought of maybe good chocolate easily accepted, which I think is probably universal for most people. Whatever works for you, whatever helps you remember those four letters is great. So when we are making sure that our strings are in the right starting place, we're going to make use of these tuning pegs up here. So it's good to familiarize yourself. You can follow that string all the way up and find that tuning peg that it's wrapped around. And for most ukuleles, but you'll want to double check yours, you're going to have your G here, C, and then come around to the other side, E, and A. Kind of goes in a circle around the head of your instrument there. But double check on your instrument because it may be a little bit different. And what we're going to do is turn these to make the sound change a little bit and find the notes that we need. And to help us know what notes we're playing, we're going to make use of our tuner. Now, I recommend the Snark tuner. I like it because when I turn it on, it's got great colors. It's what we call a chromatic tuner. So when I pluck a string, it's going to tell me exactly what note I'm playing, and I really like that. You might have a slightly different one, but I think everything I'm going to show you with this one, you will be able to apply to your tuner as well. Of course, you can always go to your local music store and get a little bit more of a one-on-one if you have a different kind of a tuner. But like I said, if you don't have a tuner, this is the one I recommend, the Snark Chromatic Tuner for ukuleles, or I think they have them for other instruments as well. So let's just take a quick zoom in and look at what's happening on our tuners in the with those colors on there. So starting on the G string, that's the one that's closest to you, that connects up to this first tuning peg. When I pluck that string, on my tuner, I'm going to see this G here, and all those orange lines are filled up, and it's filled in that green keystone at the top, or the green line. Now it's wavering a little bit because it's picking up my voice as well, but if you just pluck that string over and over and over again, nice and steady, you'll get a nice reading on it. That's what we want to see when we pluck this string. That's how I know it's in tune. Now more often than not, your ukulele will have gone a little bit flat. So what will happen is you'll see the G, and some of these orange lines will be filled in, but it won't be all the way up to that keystone at the top. So I know here that I'm very close, but I have to take this tuning peg, push it so that the tone goes up just a hair until I reach that green keystone. Sometimes what happens, especially if your instrument has gotten cold, the note is what we call sharp. I think of that as like a pencil that's too sharp, right? And then you hit the point to the paper and it breaks. So it's reached up through these orange, up to the green keystone, and now it's over to the yellow. You don't want it to be in the yellow. We want to bring it back. So we have to bring the tone down a little bit, back to that green keystone as best you can. All right? Now sometimes what happens is, I'm going to go way down here. Oh man, I hit this string and it's not even a G. This says it's an F sharp right now. And this is where we have to remember our musical alphabet. The musical alphabet runs from A to B, C, D, E, F, and G. And from there, it starts over at A. So we only have those 7 letters to worry about. And when you move forward in the alphabet, the tone is going up. And so if I need a G, but I'm getting an F, to move from F to G, I'm going forward in the alphabet, so I'm going to need to tune that thing up. I'm going to need to take this tuning peg here hear the note go up. There's my G showing me that I'm getting close. And then I hit that green keystone in the middle. So sometimes you have to give it a good yank to get it up because it's so flat that it's become another note. Same thing happens going sharp. Now watch what happens when I take this G note all the way sharp. I'm going to take it up, up, up. After G, remember it starts over at A. So if I want a G note, but I'm on A, don't be fooled and think that you're all the way at the bottom and you have to go all the way up to G. Sometimes the closest note is actually lower than the note where you are, as it is in this case. So here's my A. I'm going to take my tuning peg and I'm going to go back the other way so the note goes down. And I'll see it comes back to G. Now I don't want that little hashtag next to it. That's G sharp. That's a different note. I want G just by itself. And see, sometimes you really have to turn these a lot to get it to where they need to be. And there I am back at my keystone. So that's sort of the basics about how I'm going to find that G note. I'm going to do the same exact thing with C, E, and A as well.